What is going on, guys? Winter Kills here, and welcome back to another post-commentary duel video. Another one of these videos that are probably going up while I am on vacazione, currently in Florida, probably, I don't know. But yeah, either way, got a pretty cool feature match here for you guys. Salamangreat on the left versus Crusadia Guardragon on the right. Now, the Salamangreat build on the left has changed since the last update, and I'm not going to lie, that first place build from the European WCQ is very, very interesting to me, and sort of based my list around said list. I'm definitely not going to lie, I'm going to give the guy credit where credit is due. I really love the way that his deck list was put together. I think it was incredible, and perhaps one of the reasons why he was able to make it so far in such a prestigious event. But for me on the right, piloting a version of Crusadia Guardragon far, far different from the last version I uploaded a few months ago. Playing a small rocket engine in there as well because it fits surprisingly well with the deck. So got some pretty interesting plays to show you guys as this match goes along. But of course on the left, Salamangreat winning the dice roll, nothing different here. Just classic Salamangreat combo. Using Falco to set back that rage to his field. Falco becoming more and more of a staple in Salamangreat. I remember early days of Salamangreat, Jak Daxter was the more prominent card in the deck. Now in most builds like this one you're seeing here, playing 2 copies of Jak Daxter, because the level 4 Salamangreats, you know, despite Spinny and Gazelle, are some of the best Salamangreats in the entire deck. They allow you to recur resources, set your most powerful cards in your deck back to your field for free, for just linking in the way, and now setting up his, you know, the final board, if you will. Only having 1 copy of Rage, though, and not really knowing what's in my hand or what cards I have to work with. I get started with the Arborea, which I got really lucky to open because I know he has set Rage. And Arborea can protect from destruction. Although this sort of begs the question, if you were playing Salamangreat and your opponent normal summoned a Crusadia monster, would you Rage it immediately? I don't know. I think not would be the answer. But if it's a card like Arborea, it just kind of puts you in this weird position where it's like damned if you do, damned if you don't. But either way, of course, the Arborea protecting the Magus will slow me down a little bit as I do get Rage. That card I'm no longer able to grab back off of a card like Draco. But activating Quick Launch, able to special summon a rocket monster from my deck to my hand, but destroy it during the end phase. So that's going to be able to trigger Magus, adding a copy of that Crusadia Draco from my deck to my hand. Now linking those away, or seemingly linking them away, into a copy of Crusadia Regulex. I go into Spatha here first, but I realize the OTK is pretty much imminent, and just go right into Spatha. Or not Spatha, but Regulex rather. And another thing about the Quick Launch engine is I play the level 1 Rocket Tuner for synchro plays, and I also play the level 3 Auto Rocket card, just because it is also a Dark Dragon that it's a card you can just basically summon out underneath the Guard Dragons, which is a really key card you'll see come up later in this match. But basically going for Draco, no effective Draco, because, well, I do use the effective Draco. I'm able to put back Magus, but not able to get that extra extender to my hand like Arborea, which is a bit unfortunate. But going for Maximus here, grabbing the field spell off of the Regulex, and then using the Black Dragon Collapse Servant to banish Regulex to summon it, and then World Legacy Succession to summon out what should have gone to the other zone that Maximus pointed to, or Equamax. Now synchroing into Ib, adding a copy of World Legacy Guardragon from deck to hand. Little bit of a spice play I wanted to put in there is, you know, playing the auto rocket stuff or the rocket stuff to be able to have access to cool synchro plays with the level 1 or Guardragon plays and synchro plays with level 3. Just kind of a cool little tech I wanted to try out in there. But Equamax being boosted up by like 38 or 4600 attack, putting up to like 66 with the field spell, added 500 attacking over every monster he controls. That's definitely gonna be game. So going into game 2, Salamangreat opting to go first again, resolving the Signet Mining first, and then since he discarded off of the Signet Mining, adding the Gazelle will trigger, and then the Circle, I believe, adding the copy of Spinny from his deck to hand. So no normaling the Spinny, linking that away into a copy of Balinx, adding the field spell, Tons of different ways the reverse turn hand could be played out, but at the end of the day, Salamangreat combo is Salamangreat combo, so however you get there really doesn't make too big of a deal, so long as you get there and you get there efficiently. Now, Mirage Stalio, not sending Falco to the graveyard, but special summoning it, rather, off of the Mirage Stalio. Now, linking away the Falco and the Balinks for a copy of Sunlight Wolf. Falco activating to reset that copy of Rage, I believe it was, or the Counter Trap. Roar, one of the two. Going into a second copy of Sunlight Wolf to add back a Salamangreat Power Trap, and then using Jak Jaguar here to return Sunlight Wolf to be able to special summon it to a zone that a Salamangreat monster points to, or any link monster points to, I believe, and then activating both the effects of Sunlight Wolf. So just recurring back 3 cards essentially off of one monster summon. Adding back the Sunlight Wolf, adding back Circle, adding back Gazelle. So many pluses off that one play. It is pretty incredible. And setting 3 cards. Now, if I had to play into this board going first in game 1, perhaps I wouldn't been able to OTK like I was able to. But the one reason I like Crusadia Guardragon, I like some pure variants of Crusadia, like the profile uploaded a few weeks ago. If you guys are interested in that, you can go ahead and check that out at the end of the video or one of the annotations in the top right. But Crusadia Guardragon is able to do both. Able to go first, set up massive boards, and go second and just OTK, as you saw earlier. Now I try to start my turn with Crusadia Testament, so it makes all my Crusadia monsters spell speed 4, but he has the Roar for it. So he's able to negate that. My Arborea does not go through at all, or not my Arborea, my Reclusia rather. And we're just forced to scoop it up there and go right into game 3, where I will opt to go first. Now, if I'm able to pull off a full successful combo, this could mean game instantly if I'm able to get at least 3 or 4 negates on the board. And definitely not much Salamangreat can do against that unless he's got a few well-timed hand traps, which he just might. Going into Magius, and then Reclusia to add a copy of Crusadia Draco. And linking in to Spatha. Of course, Spatha going first, Regulex when going second, if that makes any sense. And then using Draco to add back Leonis, and then linking the Draco into Elpie. Very problematic card in this format, if you ask me. And then on the summon of Elpie, Spatha activating to move that over to that far right zone to be able to activate and resolve Elpie's effect to special summon a dragon monster from a hand or deck. Now here's the thing. Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon being the prime suspect, but that card is currently in my hand. My opponent does not know, so uses the Ash Blossom there. That is a perfectly fine use of Ash Blossom. But that really cool quick play spell I showed off in game 1 going to sort of come in clutch here and sort of save the day. Sort of make it as if that Ash Blossom didn't really matter. And that card is a copy of Quick Launch because I happen to open the Red Eyes Darkness Metal. And I can activate Quick Launch because both of my Quick Launch targets are dragons. So Elpie's summoning restriction effect not really bothering me too much here. Able to go into the Auto Rocket level 3, which is a Dark Dragon. And I'm able to special Red MD by banishing that. Now getting that on the field to bring back Draco. And going into our first insanely busted draw for free special summon monster, aka Saryuja's Call Dread. Drawing into 4 cards. I do have to put back 3, but I'm able to nitpick and put together the best hand I possibly can while digging 4 cards deep. Special summoning the World Legacy World Crown. That will be boosted up by 300 attack and defense. Playing a copy of World Legacy Secession. Could bring back Red MD, and Red MD will bring back Draco. Now, I thought I could go into more Guard Dragon plays here, but I'm just 1 card short from being able to do so. Some Agar Pain Pisty shenanigans. So instead, I synchro into a copy of F.A. Dawn Dragster, now having a Spell Trap negate and the ability to negate any extra deck monster effect my opponent tries to activate via the World Legacy World Crown effect. So getting started with Salamangreat Circle, and that will get negated very, very quickly by the F.A. Dawn Dragster, dropping the levels by 3, I believe, or 2. Be able to negate that spell. Keep in mind, all monsters I control besides the Saryuja are boosted by 300 attack and defense. So that already pretty high stat, you know, World Legacy World Crown, normally at 2k, 2k, at 23, 23. And in a situation where he really needs to get over this without going into the extra deck, it can hurt. Definitely doesn't want Banelings to go, get negated here, because that could prove to be problematic, not being able to get access to the field spell. Although, while not needed, the field spell, very, very helpful when trying to pull off combos, and it definitely helps save resources, that's for sure. But my opponent might just have the 2 cards needed to be able to clear one of the most problematic cards on my field right now, which is not the Dawn Dragster, because that is currently gone, but thinking he wants to normal summon the Spinny, but rather realizing that he can take advantage of the Saryuja to, upon the normal summon in that zone Saryuja points to make the Jak Jaguar gain 300, putting it up to 21, boosting it up by 500, putting it up to 26 because of Spinny's effect, and able to clear that World Legacy World Crown, which is going to gain him access now to the extra deck and have all of his extra deck effects go uninterrupted. And of course, what else does my opponent have? The Gazelle. And able to add that copy of Salamangreat Sanctuary and dump a copy of Rage to the graveyard, because that mass destruction will prove to be a bit better, in my opinion, than the copy of Roar, that one of negation. Playing that copy of Salamangreat Sanctuary, special summoning that Spinny out of grave, and then Xyz summoning into Mirage Stalio into that zone that Saryuja points to. Now special summoning off the Mirage Stalio, going for a copy of Falco. Already having a copy of Jak Jaguar in grave, no real need to go for the Jak Jaguar at the moment. And that Falco, once being linked into this other copy of Salamangreat Sunlight Wolf, will be able to activate its effect to set back any Salamangreat spell or trap if he decides here to go into the Sunlight Wolf with the Falco, but instead rather going to use the Mirage Stalio instead of the Falco here, so he can spin back that FA Dawn Dragster, so it doesn't wind up being a problem next turn to negate a possible Rage. Now going into Sunlight Wolf, using the field spell to make another copy of it, just using itself as material, and then getting the add back effect of Rage, summoning Jak Jaguar to put back Mirage Stalio, adding back a fire monster on the summon of Jak Jaguar. So many pluses being made here. Now, having a rank 4 option, if he so desires, could have summoned it to the zone that Saryuja points to boost it up to 3K, or to 2K rather. But as it stands, could have possibly gone for a Fusion of Fire OTK here. I'm not entirely sure. He did have to play through a few interruptions, had to use his battle phase to be able to gain uninterrupted access to the extra deck. So either way, he's able to Dweller, which isn't like the best card here, but it's definitely gonna be better than nothing, that's for sure. I go into battle phase, declare an attack. He has Rage, clears both of those, so I have to go into main phase 2 here, play Monster Reborn, which is such an insane card here, because I'm able to reborn a Monster Reborn. That Monster Reborn sitting in my graveyard is none other than Red Eye's Darkness Metal Dragon. Use his effect to reborn Saryuja Skull Dread, and try to hold on for a few more turns, and hope that that dreaded Fusion of Fire OTK does not come my way next turn. Or no, entering battle phase I was doing as he raged, so I did not get a chance to go into battle phase yet. That was at the end of the main phase. So unfortunate for him, wasn't expecting possibly a Monster Reborn top deck, and how could you in a given situation of all the cards you could draw, Monster Reborn, being able to revive 2 things. Regardless, he takes a little damage. It's not the end of the world, mainly because he is able to save the Sunlight Wolf, which is probably the biggest factor in this equation. But now, with me having really no interruptions on my side of the field, he's pretty much free to play. Like I said earlier, now just trying to go straight for a Fusion of Fire OTK. And that's really all he has to do. So gonna start his turn possibly with Jak Jaguar, returning a copy of Salamangreat Sunlight Wolf off the Jak Jaguar, using Sunlight Wolf's effect, because he is still a copy that has been summoned using his own name as material. So he's able to, here at the start of his turn, add back Rage, and then of course add back that Fire Monster on the summon of Jak Jaguar, just adding back all these cards So much advantage being gained off this one combo. Now linking the Sunlight Wolf and the Jak Jaguar into a possible Yugioh here. Yugioh getting special summoned. Gazelle activating to be able to send any Salamangreat card from the deck to the graveyard, dumping that Fusion of Fire. Now, he's already exhausted Sunlight Wolf's effect, so how is he going to get this Fusion of Fire to his hand? It's very crucial. He needs to be able to get that card to his hand, or does he just need to get it set back to his field? That's where our copy of Salamangreat Falco is going to come in clutch. Going to summon Falco by returning the Gazelle to the hand. I think my opponent thought he could return any Salamangreat card, but it does have to be a face-up Salamangreat monster. Regardless, still able to link the Falco into a Balinx to set the Fusion of Fire back, and then use the field spell here to link into another copy of Yugioh, targeting Ash to drop Red MD down to 0. So the setup here, and the writing is on the wall, and the setup is here, is what I should say. And activating Circle here just for the BM, might as well. Grabbing a copy of Foul so we could possibly get that on the board once Violet Chimera is summoned. Fusion of Fire being activated, sucking up Saryuja and Balinx, boosting it up to 4450 attack. It's going to be able to swing over for massive damage over that 0 attack Red Eyes Darkness Metal, and that is going to be game. Salamangreat taking the match 2-1. This is a match as though I feel could go in Crusadia Guardragon's favor very easily. All it would take is a simple win of the dice roll and just a very strong opening in games 1 and 3. So yeah, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like and let me know what you think down in the comment section below. As always, guys, Winter Kill is signing out. We'll see you in the next one.